Live from the floor of the NYSE, that's a market open.
Yes, hello, welcome. Thank you for tuning in again. We are trading the Emini S&P 500 here on this charts, and we are on the futures market. So this is the Emini S&P 500 futures market, as you can see here. This is Monday. Before I forget, because actually I'm getting into a new position now, a new job, also financially related, but more about this at a later stage. Therefore, in the coming weeks, I think I will be not able to attend to the very much of the opening session here. I will jump into this market a little bit later. This is a little bit unfortunate, but this is how I have to deal with the situation. Obviously, I want to keep going with this trading to show you a few things. So here, first of all, you can see again, I'm drawing these lines. These are the breakout levels. So this blue line, as you can see here, 71.50 is the high of the pre-opening session. And what we could see actually today was a perfect clean breakout. I'm still in touch with e-signal regarding market data, because you will see that I traded the old platform of e-signal, and unfortunately they removed the broker integration from this platform, so I had to switch to this Ninja Trader here. Still the same thing, but the data feed is from e-signal, and they told me also that this data feed will provide some kind of discrepancy in the cash value and commissions accumulated, and I will be going into this a little bit later in this session as well. But we can immediately see, for example, that's what I'm always trying to talk about, these levels where volume comes into the market. So this was a very clean breakout on this day, perfect actually, and we should have been part of this breakout from the very early stage. Let me go back. This video is obviously pre-recorded as the other sessions. So our entry should have actually been, that's what I tried also here. Let's go back before this bar opens. I had to actually enter the market immediately on this bar or on the next one. You can see 72 is actually a perfect entry for this breakout, but I was a little bit slow on the execution. This is something which should not happen to me. Maybe we have to also place market orders or try to get into the market prior to a bar closing here. So the first one, the opening bar, you can see a lot of volume, 9:30 US Eastern time here at the bottom. You can see the time, 9:30, as well as the volume indicator and also the ATR, average true range. These are the only two indicators I'm using for this trading approach. But anyway, you could see a perfect clean breakout, and actually we hit our profit targets here, 5 points almost, or a little bit less actually, because we trade the ATR normally as a breakout. The 5 points is just something I would like to achieve on a daily basis as a profit target. However, so far has been rather rough, and you will also keep seeing that this will happen. We will have rough days here from time to time. And the goal is finally to make some profits here overall. Hopefully we will come out at the end of a month normally with 5 to 10% profits on total account value, however great that account may be. That is the final destination, I would say. Definitely we can make much more money than this, but I think to be profitable, first of all, is very nice. And obviously 5 to 10% on a monthly basis I think is also very great, especially if you trade a sufficient account. So for example here, this red line seems to be a resistance level. So this is the breakout of the pre-opening session range, so the ATR. Normally our profit target is 3 times the ATR, and then we might even look for reversals again back to the range from this point if we see less volume at some stage. Because I missed this perfect opening trade, I'm a little bit afraid to get into the market now, because obviously the perfect trade for the day has already been achieved actually. And normally when we see such thing, to enter the market again at a second approach is challenging, because obviously We don't want to get into a losing trade, and not everything is working. It is always 50-50, so we have to be aware that we will stumble upon a lot of losing trades as well. But let's move forward. We will see what will happen in this week, and I will come to some Excel table a little bit later in the week. I will be saving this Excel sheet and the trade information over there, so we can accumulate our trades over time. So for example, here you can see an entry at 76.75. The indication for this is obviously that the price here starts to change, and we are in a long position that is indicated by the 5 contracts, which is highlighted here with green for a long position. Our target area at this point is 78.25. Because the market seems to be really pushing up and we see a lot of momentum to the upside. This could be an ideal case actually where the market will continue running positive all the day. It is very, very likely because we could see a perfect clean breakout right from the beginning, and we pushed way beyond our 3 times the ATR level. So that is a very good indication that the market actually wants to push way higher. Obviously, if we would return to the ATR range, then we would be break even or get out of our trade again, like the same thing that happened here basically on this trade. So our first profit targets were hit. We made 1.5 points or 1.25 points on this first trade. Unfortunately, we got out of it break even again, and you can see here already what I'm talking about before. There are kind of discrepancies, which is the realized profit. You can see that here in the account data, just above the chart. You have gross realized, and realized profit, and that should be actually 0 because, well, the gross realized should be 0 because we had a break-even trade. Only the commissions should be accounted for, which is in this instance $27.15 for now. That is indicated to the very left of this account data. You can see total commissions. The commissions is a little bit hidden behind the chart there, but these are the only charges normally for a break-even trade. And these charges seem to be rather high at the moment. I have to change this to actually $4 roughly per round trip. So again, we are in a long position here, and our first profit target is almost achieved, which would be 77.75, 1.5 points, and then we have to push our stop again to break even. I'm doing this already here because I anticipated this breakout, and this happens on these days especially. So we missed our perfect opening trade. Here see again total profits 68 minus, and should be only 36.20. So this happens also in the last weeks, I think. So to accumulate profits here actually seems to be rather difficult because of this discrepancy. If we have this discrepancy, which almost doubles our negative result for a break-even trade, it's very hard to obviously come by some profits here. And you will see that in this week specifically here. But you can see after this clean breakout, which was really perfect in the very beginning, now we see so little volume and the market is moving up and down, a very difficult area to trade. Or very difficult to trade this because we have a lot of noise, I would call it, in the market. Still our target zone here is this green line, 78.25. Let's move forward a little bit here. You can see I wanted to achieve a price here around 76.50, but I was not filled. A little bit of a slow execution on my side. So as you can see, the market seems to be pushing up and down Let me go back a second. Okay, anyway, so I think we will be pushing through this level here, as I said, and then we see a little bit more volume coming throughout the day. But anyway, since we missed our opening trade here, nothing I could do really about this. So let's move to Tuesday. Obviously, we will be trading every single day of the Emini S&P here. This is normally from Monday to Friday, and the trading session starts at 9:30 US Eastern Time. We will trade right from the open because there is a lot of volume at the open, which I think is quite interesting for trading. And the blue lines here indicate these breakout levels again. For example, what I also realized, if we close on one of these blue lines, if a bar closes, these are 5-minute bars, then we could actually see a reversal back into range. That is something you might also observe. So this was an unfortunate exit because I should have actually not exited this trade. As you could see, I got a little bit overexcited and exited early instead of letting it run to hit my stop loss. So we would have actually been in a break-even trade here again from this point. But let's see where the market is moving. So these levels are the most, I would say, interesting levels because we can anticipate a breakout, and normally at these levels a lot more volume is coming in. So we see either a continuation, a breakout continuation, or we see a reversal back into range, and that's exactly what we want to trade. But we want to be part of this trade normally in a superior position. A superior position is definitely not 77.50 here because it is very close to the blue line. Even though I anticipated this breakout, this is exactly what happens if you jump into the market at these levels. So it was a very unfortunate entry, 77.50. If I would anticipate a breakout here through 77 to 76, I might have waited a little bit and tried to enter on a small reversal like this one. Anyway, this is how it is. So we can't do much about this position. That's what I was talking about earlier. If we are in a losing trade, as you can see here, we immediately are under pressure. So the pressure is on as soon as we enter the market, and if we enter 77.50 and the market is reversing immediately off our level, what do? Normally we get impatient and we try to close our trades. That's what I did here basically. It was not a bad close, but still, obviously the entry was very inferior. The exit on the first bar was also inferior. You can see here already accumulated profits minus $3,000, which is definitely not true. This is around 1,000 normally, but this is the discrepancy between these positive and negative trades. So a little bit strange, but I will show you these results here later on the Excel sheet. And actually, if we go to the market data here in this, or trade performance, then we can actually see the real results of this week. That will be, I will be showing you this one a little bit later here, I think on Friday. This is, I think, Wednesday, the 30th of August 2016. So the following day, or let me see if that is actually the following day or the same. It might be the same even. Yeah, it's still the same. So we could actually see this breakout. So the 76.75 was the breakout level, the blue line, pre-opening session low. The pre-opening session low is decided actually from market close on the previous day until market open on this day. So just for your information, you will see that on your own chart when the market closes on one day. Obviously there's kind of an interval where there's not really trading going on at this point in time for 5 minutes probably, but then the market will open again. But this is the non-intraday session, so it's actually non-market hours, so anything in the night, for example. People are not really trading this, and you can see that in the volume here at the bottom. From 9:30 you see a lot of volume coming in, and everything before is pre-opening. But still, the pre-opening session, low and high, are very interesting and nice levels to be traded off of, because volume comes in and you can see either a continuation, as you could see here, or a reversal back into range. So my entry was actually perfect, but I wanted to achieve a little bit of a larger profit target to recover some of these losses, because 3000 seemed to be rather tough for me here at this point, and I realized later that I can only adjust these values later in the trade performance, which is a different data window, so this account data here is not 100% accurate actually. But it was a nice trade, 75 short position, 10 contracts. That's the maximum contract size I think we should be trading with such an account. This is already huge. If we have $1,000 profit, for example, this is a $30,000 demo account, so we are trading demo here just for demonstration purposes. I just want to make it an educational thing to show you, just to show you these levels where volume comes in, the interesting levels for day traders, so we can actually see a few of those examples. The trading strategy here is actually quite simple, but I will not be talking about it so much. It is more important where these levels are, so everyone could be approaching those differently. But I can tell you already, and that's what I said on Discord as well, that we should come up with our own unconventional rules for these breakouts. If we would be entering the market always on a breakout exactly, so for example here at 76, 75, we would normally always stumble into a bad trade immediately, because it is definitely too late or too early. You can see it either way, because the market is approaching this level. Obviously, if you break through, you are lucky, but if it is reversing, you are immediately in a bad trade, and you will have a difficult time recovering from this. Anyway, I think this was a good trade. We had a reversal here to 75. Let's see, but I don't think this trade will go through actually, and this will actually be a break-even trade, because my profit target was too far away, and I should have taken profits here obviously, because we were already $1,600 profitable, and that is the target for one trade. Actually, it is $1,500, so we went beyond this already. This is normally 2.5 points with 10 contracts, if I'm not mistaken. I think 1 point is 500. That would be 3 points then. So from 75 to 72. Anyway, break-even trade, a little bit unfortunate. See, for example, here again we are in a profitable trade, 74, 25 short position. Very nice entry again. However, at this point, if we hit our first profit targets, which is roughly 1.25 points away from our entry, we would normally get out of it break even, because the likelihood that the market, if it is reversing to our entry price, to break through it and then retest on the other side is greater than the continuation actually to our preferred direction. You can also see here another blue line which I'm drawing. This is the intra-session opening session low. And this intraday session opening session is decided from 9:30 to 10:30. That is the first hour of the market when the market opens. So these are also very interesting levels, and you can do the same thing here on these levels. So we have the opportunity 2 times per day roughly to trade. I'm doing more trades than that, obviously, because I want to have my entry points kind of superior entry points. So I have an intraday strategy which gives me the entry points. But obviously the target is always to hit these breakout levels, because if we can see a continuation, we are actually in a very good position to continue with the trend and take profits when the breakout continues. If it is reversing towards our entry point, then we always have the chance, like now, to get out of the market, break even without any significant loss. For example, here, if you would be entering this market at 72.50, you would be immediately in a bad position because the market seems to be reversing up again. Another break-even trade. We have so many of those, it's a bit unfortunate this week. You can see here we're actually not pushing further down. It's more of a reversal at this point. We should be getting out of this here break even as well. So these break-even trades should only generate commission. So for 10 contracts, normally this should be a round trip $40 commission. Round trip means the entry and the exit together. So obviously you pay either way. If you enter the market, you pay a commission. If you exit, you pay a commission as well. So I got out of this market, I think, break even on the previous day. So this is Wednesday already. And you can see the same thing happening here. Again, we have an opening and I'm drawing these blue lines. This is the pre-opening session, low and high. So you can see the same thing happening here again. The market is approaching this level, and actually we closed on the level, so 70.50, 71.50. If we close on this level, normally we could see a reversal back into range, and that's what we could actually see. So we could see a little bit of a reversal, therefore we would be in a break-even trade at this point. But was okay. I entered here a short position, not too bad I think, because the market trend, the overall trend seems to be short. But again, I think we will be taking out of this here break even. I'm not sure though. So this is definitely could be considered as a clean breakout here. You can see a very nice breakthrough, the blue line, and a nice continuation, at least until this point. I think the market might be reversing up again, but then you are in a position already where you can exit the market break even, so you don't have to worry so much. Don't try to enter exactly on these blue lines, otherwise it will be definitely a disadvantage for you. Let's see what happens to this trade. We can pay forward. So here again a break-even trade. Unfortunate, very. So many break-even trades this week, and I'm not able to take profits really. So now we have a reversal back into range. We actually made more volume coming back to range, and that is also a trade which I do normally. So if we break out and we don't see 3 times the ATR as a breakout, and then we reverse back to the range and we see more volume pushing in and closing in range, which you could see on this last green bar, then we would actually reverse our position and we would not be going for this breakout anymore, rather for a reversal into range and a push to the other side. So in this case it would be a long position, as I did here on 72s. Let's see what happens to this position. See a lot of noise again. These are not ideal market conditions. You have no volume, no trend, really hard to trade up and down. And that is indicated that they are very small bars, you know. Normally we would see much longer bars, 2-3 points, 2 points sometimes. But here's a lot of dojis. Dojis is where the bar opens and closes on the same price. And very small bodied bars. Very, very difficult to trade. Here you can see actually positive trade, not bad, because the trend direction should still be long at this point actually. However, the market seems to be reversing again here from this point and makes more volume, so I have to get out of it as soon as I can. So we can move forward here a little bit faster. I think another break-even trade, you will see the reversal back again to our entry point. Actually, you could see a lot of positive trades right from the beginning. And maybe I should think about closing those positions a bit earlier, because we are actually in positive trades more than 50% of the time right from the beginning. But then we see a lot of break-even trades, and sometimes obviously we see a continuation. So these are small adjustments I have to make as well. So blue line here in this case is the opening session low from 9:30 to 10:30. So we want to break through this level, and as you can see, profit target was this green line. Achieved profit target actually, but didn't trade this one because the entry was not very clear to me. Anyway, I just want to show you these levels. So these levels are traded very frequently and a lot of volume comes in. We have to come up with our strategies to apply rules so we can enter the market at these points. This is Thursday already. As you could see here, again the same thing. You closed on the blue line on the breakout level. If you close on that line, normally you see a reversal. Back into range. Yeah. If you're already in a breakout scenario, so you had a close above or below this blue line. So in this case below, because obviously this is the breakout direction. Then the market reverses and closes on the blue line again, on the breakout level. Then you would actually be trading a reversal of that again, so towards the breakout direction. So either way, from wherever you approach this level, you will be trading it a little bit differently. Let's see if we do any more trades here on this day. So this is a short position. Actually quite nice position here. And we could have let it run probably, because this was actually a perfect entry, but the market moved so fast I could not really react. But this, for example, would be a nice entry, already profitable, and we are approaching the blue line. So we should try always, if we approach these levels, to be in a trade, already a positive trade if we can somehow, because now you can see again a very clean and nice breakout. Same thing. So it happened actually every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday already here. So you can see these levels are really important and they are working. So you could see a close on the blue line. a reversal, but obviously now a break-even trade. I mean a reversal here on this last bar. You could see from 68.25 a little bit of a push down. Here again, I think I got overexcited on this one. We had a very nice entry here. Anyway, let's move forward. So a very nice short day actually. We have a lot of volume coming in. Again, we could not be filled on this last bar. I have to use tissue here. I think I'm getting sick. Never mind. So perfect actually, all the day short, and I did not really enter the market. It seems to be, I was moving too fast. Obviously we should have been part of this continuation here, but let me move a little bit faster through this video. I think you understand the concept. These breakout levels are very important, and this would be a reversal here to the range a little bit later in the session, but nothing really significant happened here. A small loss actually I was taking on the last trade, but never mind. So the Excel sheet here is something like this, but I will not be showing you that at this point. This is something I will upload, which I will upload later, and there we can see all the trades. So just to make sure and put up the evidence on the internet so you can see everything that happened. But let's move a little bit faster through here. So we did here, for example, 140 trades on single contracts, so that would be 53 trades actually in total, but these are split up sometimes. So one contract, normally we trade 5, so actually we did maybe 30 trades I would say this week. Total commissions will be calculated here, and you can see that already to the right hand side. Total commissions should be around $500. Just to see. And actually on the last day of this week I did a very neat trade for $1,900 profit. It was really great, and I will show you this, but I could not record, or the recording of the video actually stopped on that day because I traded the whole session, and it seems that my hard drive, if I don't previously run it one time with another application and I start my video recording on that hard drive, it actually will not be recording properly because the hard drive seems to be booting up as well somehow. But anyway, this is what I will show you, the trade performance. And on this trade performance you can see a few things. For example, percent profitable, winning trades, losing trades. Losing trades obviously are the break-even trades here. I don't know why they are also accounted for. This is a little bit strange, but we will talk about this a little bit more. It's a very neat trade performance. You can see everything that happened in this week. Very interesting actually. And you can see the winning trade or profit per month here and stuff like this. Really interesting. So we actually closed this week with $250 profit, even though we had a very rough start and we had a very nice Friday. But I think these values are very interesting, and I will be going through the statistics a little bit more later. You can see here on the last day 1000. And actually I wanted to show you here on this chart before we close this session here for today, and we will be moving towards next week then. I entered the market here at 82s and my profit target was actually at 75. So really good short position over there, because I could see a little bit of weakness in the beginning of the opening. We could see approaching these 83 levels, which were obviously market highs, which we could see a little bit earlier in the week or last week. And obviously these levels are tested and then retested again, but a perfect entry point actually here for this short trade. Okay, I think that's it for this week. So I will be showing you the trade performance every week now. I think I will be trading on the same account. I will not restart the account every week, so you can actually see the trade performance for a little bit of a longer period of time. So here, for example, you can see all the trades, and then we can click generate on the right hand side. It's very neat, and it will give you very nice statistics to look at. I would also recommend to you that you do the same thing. If you are getting into trading, you're starting off, trade demo first. Obviously get confident on your execution, that you will always be able to do the same thing over and over again, and then trade real money probably at one point in time. So you can see the discrepancy. 29,206 is the profit here of the account data, but actually the real profit of this account should be 30,244.27, which is highlighted here, accumulated net profit after this positive trade on Friday. Well, this is how it is. I have to figure out how, but they said it's related to the e-signal data feed, so I will figure out a way how to solve that problem. But thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Look out for these levels, come up with your own approach, be unconventional about it, and let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, and hopefully to see you soon here. Take care. Have a nice trading week and a good weekend. Bye bye.